Hello, this is Andrea from Pesado, and today we're talking about coffee machine portafilters. When we talk about coffee machine portafilters, it's actually quite a broad selection of them. Believe it or not, each portafilter is designed to fit in its own style of coffee machine. Many types available and many styles available. What we got in our selection is mostly differentiated into spouted portafilter or bottomless portafilter. This means that they've got a spout or they don't have a spout. And we also created the hybrid style. The hybrid style is a double, but you can actually remove the plate of the portafilter if you wanted to use it as a bottomless. This has been very successful and is a very kind of like space-saving kind of style of portafilter, and it saves you budget if you wanted to have both in your coffee setup. We obviously have different color options and different materials that are meant to complement whatever you got in your coffee setup. So I take the portafilter handle as a little bit of a piece that goes on your machine, and to me it's almost like the center of the attention. That's where the coffee is coming out from. So when you look at a coffee machine, for myself anyway, I tend to always look at where the action is, which is right in the group head. This is where the coffee gets brewed, and this is where the coffee comes out from. And to me, the handle is actually the opportunity to make a statement, to make something that make your coffee machine that little bit special. You know, when I started doing this, most coffee machines would just come in with a plain black plastic end. Thankfully, the coffee industry has evolved since then, and a lot of people is using different material, and they definitely are a lot prettier than they used to be. But I still think it's something special to have your own little character to the machine. The options we've made the modular, which is our metallic options. You know what I mean? We've got black or white polyaromatic POM acetal, and this one interlocks into a stainless steel end. And the stainless steel has got a ring as well, and the end can be silver, black, golden. We also have a brass color option, but they were made out of stainless steel. Then we've gone to develop something that was a little bit lighter, because they're fairly heavy, they're fairly like, you know, end heavy. So we developed something a little bit lighter, which is the modular wooden, which is this one, which is called the Riga. And then we've got the Iris, which is a multicolored wooden option. And obviously we also have a full wooden option, which is our Raya. Okay, this is full wooden. I just would like to mention that these products, this wood, and this wood are actually exactly the same wood. What we do, we use a plant that is called birch, which is the same one that is used to make plywood, and is one of the most sustainable pieces of wood on the market, because it grows really quickly, it grows with very little water, it grows in Siberia actually, and we vacuum dye the color on it. You are very unlikely to get this one to crack, just because it's layered out cross-grain with glue. So yeah, we're very proud of using this style of wood. Then we've designed another option for the modular, which is the resin. So this is an epoxy resin. They get poured into shape into a honeycomb of aluminum. On top of that, we've gone for the full black and the full white POM or acetal, which is a very durable and very price efficient option for your portafilters. And to kind of complement that, we've created a full range to go with the color option. So if you purchase a Raya portafilter, you might be wanting to match that with, you know, the tamper, and you might want to match as well, if your machine allows it, you want to match the lever of your coffee machine or the accents of your coffee machine. This range is meant to kind of complement whatever you got going in your kitchen. If you wanted to go like a warm style, you've got the wooden. If you wanted to go to a very cold, Nordic kind of look of approach on the coffee machine, this has always been a favorite of mine, or even just the stainless steel. The golden is for something a little bit more, you know, warm. This one, sometimes I call it dragon skin. It's for something really special, you know what I mean? But each one of them has got its own place and style. Another thing that we need to say, each coffee machine has got its style of portafilter. So we have tried to develop as many possible options to fit as many possible coffee machines. When you go into our online store, or when you come in store to purchase something, we always ask, what coffee machine do you have? And then we've got the portafilter to match the group head of your coffee machine. This one, for example, will fit a Nuova Simonelli coffee machine. This one will fit a La Marzocco coffee machine. It is very important to know what machine you have and to select the right portafilter style. Otherwise, yeah, they won't fit, and we'll have to swap it for you. If you got any questions about which one to purchase, you're always welcome to shoot us a line, or to go on the chat and send us a message, and we'll guide you through it. This one, for example, is the portafilter for the Breville for the 54mm Breville, and it's got 3 different wings, and this one is the portafilter for the 58mm Breville, which has got only 2 wings. So it's always good to make sure you're purchasing the right product. A couple of more things about the portafilter is, how do these things work? Well, first of all, they accommodate your filter, portafilter, or your basket, okay? And they accommodate and lock in the basket through the spring, okay? So this spring that goes inside the portafilter is what's holding the basket in there. If your spring is weak or it's lost its shape, your basket will fall out. So if some of you has got the problem that the basket falls out, likely they need to replace the spring. Another thing you can do, bend the spring back into shape so that it will hold your portafilter. It won't last long, but it will get you through the day. Another couple of informations about this. How does this work? These two, I call them wings, actually lock the portafilter in your coffee machine. And the coffee machine has got a slight angle on the bayonet, and as you're turning, you're actually pressing up your portafilter and your basket against the seal of your coffee machine. By pressing up, turning is pushing up, it creates a seal around the basket, and then the water gets pressurized through your basket and it'll come out from the spout. When we buy a portafilter, everyone expects the portafilter to sit in the middle. So when you lock the portafilter in your coffee machine, people expect that to sit in the middle. But sometimes the portafilter will go further, and sometimes it will sit to there. So why is that happening? This is a common question and something that I'd like to address today. It is because of the space in between top of your portafilter and the bottom of the wing. Once you put this into your machine and twist, it will only stop once it reaches the seal, which is this part here. So this is exactly what's happening there. Now, if the seal is thinner, this will go further. If the seal is thicker, this will stop there. It is very important to understand that when you're purchasing a new portafilter, the wings are probably one of the parts that get wear the most into coffee machines. So if you had a coffee machine for a while, the portafilter you're using right now is already a little bit worn down, so it might sit a little further. So when you get a new one, it might come back a little bit. Also, your seal might have hardened, or if you had your coffee machine serviced before, the technician that services your coffee machine might have replaced the seal for a thicker one. Therefore, the handle you put, a brand new handle, will move a little bit back. When you purchase a new portafilter, it's a good thing to consider to purchasing a new seal or to have a plan in case the portafilter doesn't sit right. Okay, so a little bit more in depth. This is a bottomless. How does the bottomless work? Well, the bottomless doesn't have a bottom. So why doesn't it have a bottom? This is a spouted, this is a bottomless. The bottomless doesn't have a bottom because we like to see what happens. So when you use this, you can actually look at the coffee as it's coming out and check that you don't have any channeling or any parts of coffee that are coming out watery. So why do you have a spouted? We have a spouted because we want to split shots. So splitting the shots is mostly something that you would do. You can do it at home. Most people do it at home if you have multiple coffees, or you can do it in a commercial environment. You know what I mean? Like this is, at the end of the day, a double basket and it's to make 2 coffees. So you want to split it into 2. This is what that's for. We also, by the way, made our doubles so that you can remove the spout for ease of cleaning with the Allen key. And then what is the hybrid? The hybrid is a portafilter that we have created where we have made a full removable plate. I call this a plate with the spout. So if you want to use as a bottomless, you can do that. And if you then want to split the shots, you don't need to go and change portafilter. You only have one portafilter. You put this on and off you go, splitting your shots. This is particularly efficient in a home environment. You don't want to have 2 portafilters and bottomless, single and double sitting in your drawer there. You know, one portafilter should do it all. And yeah, we think this is pretty cool. So yeah, it was a pleasure showing you through our range. And again, you know, I can't emphasize enough how important it is for me to take every opportunity you have to make a statement. If I look at a coffee machine and I see something special on it, to me is a sign that someone is really keen on what they do every day, on that coffee ritual. And yeah, it just makes me happy. So whatever you are, thank you for watching and I'll speak to you soon.